I hate to break the fishing news after Ramchuck, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations. You're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
Yep.
All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
What an interesting edition of the show today. Monday edition of the show. No Chalmers, no bagged milk. Liam's in the chair, though.
Liam.
I am here. Real life with Liam.
You can host. You want the ad reads?
Actually,
Only if I can read them organically.
I heard he hosted ON every day, and I heard it went swimmingly.
well, it was actually fantastic,
Yeah.
some would say.
It's because you got that duster.
Highest rated
Yes.
episode.
Is this life now?
This is my life
It
now.
looks good.
My girlfriend sent me an Instagram thing the other day, and the meme said, the worst 5 minutes of a woman's life is something that is like when man shaves his entire beard but keeps the mustache and says, I might keep this for a while.
I don't mind it.
Exactly. I think
Not
it's fine
everyone
too.
can pull it off. You can.
Thank you.
You were dreading doing the playoff facial hair for the Oilers, but
Yeah.
now you're just letting her go.
It kind of grew in way more than I thought it was going to. I've become more of a man this past year, I think, since the last playoff run.
When I was crying when the Oilers lost the 06 Cup run, I don't know if you're familiar. We didn't win in 06.
2006.
Yeah.
Oh,
Prior to the playoffs, I hadn't really ran a beard ever. And as I'm crying because my life is over because of playoffs, my sister says to me, why don't you keep your playoff beard until they win the cup? And I was like, it'll be next year. All our veterans are returning. Todd Harvey, Chris Pronger, everyone. That's why I've had a beard
Fair enough.
ever fucking since. So if you're going to keep your duster
You haven't been clean shaven? You always keep something.
since 06. Prior to that point, I never had a beard. Nope.
Interesting.
Or a mustache.
When was the last time you went beardless, Jay?
I got a beard. I grew a beard because I was single at the time and with a table of ladies, and I hadn't shaven in 5 days. And they're like, you look better with stubble. So I've kept it ever since.
So
That's
how
what
long
it's
was
like
that?
being
Sorry?
single. You're just rolling from table to
that's
table.
probably 10 years.
Oh, you're almost clean. No, not even. in
Yeah,
that
there's a
one.
little, yeah. That's 10 years. That I just got the reminder yesterday on Facebook. That photo is
That
10
picture,
years
look at
old.
that.
Jeez, look at
your hair. Look at your full head of hair.
Yeah.
Not that you need me to like yell at, but
Yeah.
wow, you look really different. I just Googled Jay Downton to see if I could find a photo of him clean shaven. And
Straight to his OnlyFans.
Yeah, I did shave it. I've shaved myself clean a bunch of times, but I did it for the reverse when we had the nation pre-playoff like kickoff party. We were all doing free shaves, so you could grow your playoff beard.
Mm-hmm. I also found the picture of us with Olivier Rodrigue at the
And it's on
King
Global
Series.
News.
It's on Global News, but
There's BM on the right.
on the far right BM meme character that showed up is that picture still fucking.
That guy's he's a time traveler, that guy. He does
Also-
not look like he's from our dimension.
This photo, like to have me and you in it, couple of like listeners, but then the Sherwood Ford guys and Trent Wilhock all in this photo makes it all the more legendary. Shout out to Wilhock Beef Jerky and SherwoodFord.ca. Trent Wilhock from Wilhock Beef Jerky travels better than probably any Oilers fan.
Oh yeah, he sees a lot of road hockey.
He sees a lot of road hockey games. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, we got off the rails on Liam's mustache. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was what we covered.
I can free flow some ideas that maybe you'd like to expand on, Liam. I'll
But
just
then my mustache or just in general?
no, just in general. Like I'll
Okay.
hold it up like a card, and then you look and you go, next one,
Yep. And if it doesn't work, we'll just cut it.
next one.
Yep.
That dude getting dummied on the 18th green. Discuss.
Hilarious. Great job by the security guard.
You got to hand it to a security guard for actually stepping in. Like that guy knows if I tackle this fuck, this is news. But he legitimately said to himself, "Threat detected.
Yeah.
Let's go."
The instincts.
Don't they get yeah. I was gonna say is it already assumed that anyone that can get on the green is
That
approved?
guy thought he saw
But, yeah.
something
It's because he was
breaking
shaking.
through
Yeah.
and
Gun. Ah!
Did you know one time that I think it was at Augusta that they tried to kill Ronald Reagan? There was like an attempt on his life when he was at Augusta. And there's this crazy photo I saw online. I'd never heard of this at all. And all the Secret Service are like on this convertible and they're at Augusta. And they're like driving him out. Check that on your computer. Check.
Ronald Reagan, Augusta.
Assassination. And then the FBI will put
A
cookie
gate
on it.
crash. Wow.
See?
Okay. That's interesting.
I didn't do it. Liam, geez whiz, I'm just reporting the news here.
That was great, but that whole did you guys all watch the golf, or you just caught up on online like you do nowadays?
I was at a graduation party.
I was at Liam's graduation party.
Did you watch it?
No.
Wow, no one watched this live?
Because I was going to a playoff. I was going to watch it live, but I was in the middle of watching a movie that I hit pause on.
Yep.
And so I had a bunch of, the minute I changed channels, I would lose all that stuff.
You can't be expected to make these
right?
sacrifices.
Because I had paused it a bunch of times. So I had a bunch of banked time on the movie. And I would have just skipped right ahead to where it was at. I would have missed all that
You
stuff.
got to think strategically.
What movie was so important?
Say what movie it was.
What was I watching?
Air Bud Golden Receiver Super Bowl edition.
What the hell was I watching?
Must have been good.
Yeah.
I
You should have watched a Canadian Open.
I was watching the Kingsman, but it wasn't that. You know Kingsman.
Yeah, I know. I'm
You're
familiar.
British.
Is it,
Manner maketh the man. Manners maketh the man.
Is it Kingsman or Kingsman
Kingsman.
with Colin Firth?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that one. I like the second one when the Scottish guy sings Country Road.
Oh, he sure does.
Yeah, when he's about to get blown up. That's big.
Sure does. But what did I watch before that? Oh, have you ever seen that Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz movie, Night and Day?
Darn rights I have.
It's like this like cool spy movie, but like they make so much light of it. Like I'm always having a tough time trying to like. So it was on, so I had to watch it again. Because I'm like, that's that movie. It's that weird movie with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz.
Where Tom Cruise is trying to be funny all the time and like charismatic.
Yeah. And that's like, and it's like Tom Cruise is like very rarely ever in it, unless he's that music exec. That's when he was his most hilarious.
Yep.
But he's never like a funny guy, and he's never also really in like there's a little bit of love story, but like not too much. Like there's always like all the Mission Impossibles. There's a little bit of love, but it's about the kick ass and
about
being
the mission.
serious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tom Cruise one way, running full tilt away from something or towards it.
Did you see? So the new Mission Impossible comes out the same week as the new Barbie movie, and that other one with the big bomb with Christopher Nolan. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, the Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So they all come out on the same weekend. So apparently Tom Cruise has been calling around IMAX theaters requesting that they play Mission Impossible instead of Barbie or Oppenheimer or whatever, so that they can
If
make
Tom
as much
calls,
money.
you answer.
But could you imagine? We're in the era now where Barbie might get the cinema screen time ahead of Mission Impossible.
Yeah, but like, is it the same audience? Like, you competing?
Mission Impossible.
Oppenheimer would maybe be competing because that's about to make the atomic bomb.
If I was at the movie theater and there was Barbie on the left-hand theater and Oppenheimer on the right, I'm going to have two very different experiences depending which one I go into.
I'm doing a double dip.
Are you going to see both?
Well,
you could do a triple dip.
But
in this economy?
you only pay for once.
That's true.
You only pay for one.
We used to do the double dip.
Double dip.
But
you have to. You can only pick movies that line up.
Yeah,
at the right time. So
you
to do
can't have a big
three,
gap.
hey, well, who's got the time? But like three, very rarely.
You could refill your popcorn though and pop in between the double dips, and that's when you're really testing the limits of the movie patrons.
Oh, save money.
Like, why is that guy coming out here with an empty bag of popcorn, giggling, and then going back into where the theaters are?
He must have watched Oppenheimer.
That's right. A good laugh, said the New York Times.
No, the Barbie, I guess, would be the lunch break, the tea, if you will. You know, go ahead.
I was gonna say they mocked the Super Mario movie until it did like $1.8 billion in the theaters.
Shocker! I can't. I want to see that so bad.
That was though, like they were saying Chris Pratt did a terrible job leading into it, and that this movie was going to flop, and then it did more than Titanic in the theater.
Was he the voice of Mario?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No Italian accent. You know, because the times we live in. Mario can't be Italian. That'd be racist.
He had $3 billion movies this year.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris Pratt. Guardians of the Galaxy, Super Mario, and I can't remember the other one.
Oh, another Avenger.
Was it Jurassic
Marvel?
Park? Maybe
Oh,
it was
yeah.
within the last year or something like that.
Jeez.
You
He's
really
the
know
new
your
Tom
Chris
Cruise.
Pratt. Good addition to the pod.
He's the new Tom Cruise or The Rock or.
I got another fact for you about Barbie, the movie. There was a world shortage of pink paint because of the Barbie movie. They had to use so much pink paint on the set because obviously Barbie's pink. They just
No
painted
way.
everything. There was a world shortage.
Jeez. I'd like to know what the paint budget was for Barbie then.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
The industry is going to have conferences about this for the next 20 years. How do we get them to make a sequel to Barbie? See?
The Barbie incident.
Yeah.
And then like people are crying in the conference. Like, oh, God, jobs were lost. Chris Pratt for his upcoming Amazon Prime Video show, The Terminal List.
Is that a word?
Terminal list.
Terminal List.
Oh, Terminal List.
Is going to be paid $1.5 million per episode.
I think he has a deal with Amazon. Because he has a couple of Amazon movies as well.
Good. Amazon needs better programming, unique programming, or more of it.
Yeah, the movies aren't great.
Bezos looks so happy with Kimberly Guilfoyle. Everywhere they go, they're just smiling and slapping each other on the ass. You
Is
know
this
what
a
I'm saying?
new lady? Wasn't he with the TV presenter?
Yeah, is that her name, Kimberly Guilfoyle? Oh, you know what I've done?
You've done it.
Donald Trump Jr. used to be married to his gal, and his new gal I've called the new wife by the old wife's name. I don't remember what the other lady's name is. She's scary looking, but Bezos seems happy. And they're always on a yacht or something. Good times. Good times.
I want to talk more about the Nick Taylor thing. That is unbelievable.
Oh, the golfer.
Okay.
Like Jim Nance on the
Well, that's
broad-
how it started.
Yeah, that's how this whole thing did start.
This was our golf
Well, actually, it
analysis.
started the mustache, but
Yeah.
yes.
Jeff Bezos' wife.
Yeah.
But Jim Nance on the broadcast called it one of the biggest moments in Canadian sports history. Do you disagree with that?
No, I don't. They're putting the champagne bottle in the Sport Hall of Fame, they said.
Yeah. You're laughing at it.
The biggest in Canadian history?
One of the biggest.
Yeah, he said
Canadian golf history.
He said this is one of the biggest moments in Canadian sports history. First time in almost 70 years.
In Canadian golf.
The Canadian golfer winning it or the tackle?
Yeah. I think I didn't think it was that big of a stretch to say that. Like a Canadian winning the Canadian Open. It hasn't
With a
happened.
72-foot putt.
72-foot putt. That crowd was going nuts.
Yeah. No,
Tackle.
I'm not trying to to me, when you initially said it, it made it sound like it was the biggest Canadian sports moment.
No. Like if you were
if you were to make a Mount Rushmore, would that be on the Mount Rushmore?
No.
The tackle on Mount Rushmore?
So now,
That'd be an amazing
let's
feature.
expand it a bit further. So how far does it go? Top 50 or top 10?
It's
top 25? Where
top
are you putting
25. It's a
Jim
top
Nance
25.
ain't bringing up no top 50
I
Canadian
would.
thing.
Well, that's why I don't know if Jim was
Nance is
crazy
here
or
for
not.
top 5 or nothing.
Well, yeah. So top 25, I think, is fair.
Yeah, like you got obviously a handful of hockey moments that are in
Golden
there.
goal.
Golden goal, probably number one, right?
Jim Naismith inventing basketball.
But that's not like a moment, right?
Jim
Like,
Nance did not document that, so it does not count.
I'm going to nail a peach tree basket to the wall. Years from now, 9-foot men will earn millions of dollars killing each other under them.
But yeah, I thought it was just cool. Like the drama of the whole thing was just
He was in the divot.
like in
He
the
hit it out of the divot.
Also, it had everything leading up to it of like the twists and turns of that final round where he is like, okay, he's a shot back. Birdie, 17-18. Holy shit, he's in the lead. He's going to win. Nope. Tommy Fleetwood birdies. Now we're going to a playoff. Tommy Fleetwood screams one into the grandstands and you're thinking, okay, he's going to win here. Nope. It's a man-made structure, not a penalty stroke. Gets a free drop. Going to a fourth playoff in this thing. And then that's where you win it, is in the fourth playoff. On not just like, it would have been something if he won it in general, but if it would have been, like a little 3-inch tap in, yay, I won. It wouldn't have had because it could have happened. If he would have lag putted that up to within a foot and tapped it in, it still would have been cool. But the moment of like an eagle putt, the longest putt of his professional career, goes in with that crowd, the camera constantly panning to Mike Weir, Hadwin, and Connors watching him, but then also all the European guys started to feel
had
bad.
like a Ryder Cup feel.
Yeah. And like the announcers were so into it, the crowd was so into it. It was just
Then
cool.
the tackle.
And then the tackle
Boom,
of like
bitch.
of all the chaos, the crowd's going nuts, everything's going crazy. Adam Hadwin gets fucking smoked.
The hardest tackle in the history of golf.
Yeah. And then gets up and is just like laughing about it. Like, and the security guard's kind of like chuckling.
He
and
just
looking
signed with the Argonauts.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic. The number one Canadian sports moment, though, is the marriage of Chad Kruger to Avril Lavigne.
And subsequent divorce.
The marriage was
That
the
was the
sports
saddest
highlight.
day.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
The
royal.
number one Canadian.
That was a
sports.
royal family there for a bit.
That's on the $5 bill if I get my way.
Actually, I would say honorable mention would be Rain Maida and Chantal Kreviazek for being a royal family.
They've really gone the distance.
They really have.
They have. It's hard to find an American proxy for those two sticking together that long, being that hot.
In
Garth
the music
Brooks?
space, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Garth Brooks and Trish Yearwood moved together forever.
Ever. They call them.
Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, I'd say
Yeah.
that's probably the more attractive
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
And also, they're now actor and actresses in 1883. And
Together?
Yes, they're fantastic.
That's to keep them from cheating.
1883
If you're on
was
the same
good.
show, you can't cheat. That's how I was raised.
Yeah, all the makeout scenes with one another.
Yeah. They do?
Oh yeah,
That'd be the worst, eh? Yeah, you get to go kiss your wife on TV. Oh, great. That's why I became an actor. Shit.
it's the only time they kiss.
Really? Cold-blooded.
Anyways, I was very excited watching the golf. I think I yelled loud, just as loud.
Let's go.
On the putt
Don't you say it.
as an Oilers goal this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, regular season.
Give me a break.
Man, I was fired up.
What sound did you make when you got tackled? Did you squeak?
They didn't really show it at first on the broadcast. You had to go on Twitter and kind of find it.
I thought it was
I
a
love
deep
it.
fake. When I first saw it on Twitter, I'm like, really? Is this the life we have now with AI running everything? I'm supposed to believe some dickhead got fucking tackled next way to Thursday, and then it was real.
It was real.
Which adds to the moment. Yeah, it's a cool moment because 1950 something was the last time
Yeah,
Canadian won
69 years
when only
ago.
Canadians could play in it.
Yeah.
What's the field like?
Mo Norman won it.
Field was good this time around. Yeah.
McElroy was in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
McElroy, I mean,
and he actually played well given the events of the week.
Yeah, was this the first event?
Yeah.
Oh,
So now I've got more tinfoil hat theories now because it sounds like Greg Norman featured with Liv isn't going to be there for that long. And I'm wondering
They fired him as part of the deal,
if that was the request of the CEO.
but then he has a huge golden parachute.
Oh,
clause.
yeah, it's fine.
If we
Another
ever merge
yacht.
with the PGA and they want to kill it
Yeah,
as part
mission
of the deal,
accomplished.
Yeah, I get the Burj Khalifa. Deal.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
shack.
Yeah, so now he's got a yacht to crash into his other yacht.
Still got it. The shack. That's what they called him when he played Liam.
they called Greg Norman the Shark.
You didn't know that?
No,
Oh, wow. That was...
I don't
He always
watch
wears like a
golf.
Return
shark.
your
Oh,
mustache at
Every
the
hat
door.
he wears or shirt he wears has got a
His
shark on
brand.
it.
Oh,
His
I didn't
pool
know
has a
that.
shark in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Hell of a logo.
Oh, it was... Greg Norman was the
Not a
fucking...
real shark.
The shit.
No.
just a
Don't worry.
tile shark.
That'd be inhumane.
No, yes,
Just a multicolored shark, stick shark.
back-to-back years, the Canadian Open's been overshadowed by live shit too, which is disappointing.
Why would happen last year?
Last year was kind of like the first buzz of everything, wasn't it?
How long was
been around
Live
for 2 years.
live?
Or 2 years ago or
2
something?
years.
It's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, it would have been around
It's
that
it's
time
in
last
its
year.
second
2
season.
years.
Yeah.
Last season was its first season.
Yeah. So I think, there was live news around the Canadian Open last year. I don't think I'm misremembering that.
Maybe it was someone signing because I think last year's Masters was kind of when it all kind of got going.
Yeah.
So I wonder if someone around that time signed.
I had to
the
pull out of the event.
Maybe, yeah, because the US Open is next week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, interesting.
If you're a Tiger, are you mad?
If you're a Tiger,
He's launching his new indoor golf league with Rory. He's fine.
I don't think
Eh.
he cares. I think
$700
other guys
million?
care.
You don't think he cares? He's
No.
notoriously cheap.
He makes a lot of money already, though, with everything. If I was the other guy, what's the Japanese golfer called?
Matsuyama.
Is that the guy who won the
Yeah.
Masters?
Yeah.
He apparently he was offered the same as Tiger.
What? Oh,
Because
They
of his-
wanted
That he won.
You,
'cause he's like one of the
if you're big in
biggest athletes
Japan,
in-
you're
Yeah.
fucking
$700 million
ginormous.
for that guy?
Apparently, it might have even been a bit more because he's
What about
with
the one guy-
Frickson, right?
Yeah.
Chalmers was bitching about the one guy who turned down $100 million. Now he's hurt.
Cam Champ or Will Zalatoris. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, his caddy.
Yeah. Well, he's made his money from that probably, anyways.
He
I
just
like-
tried to sign Tom Kite. They were going to give him laser surgery and de-age him by 30 years. They have the technology.
I like seeing that Canadians are, starting to get bigger in other things. Like it's at the point in golf now. I talked about this on Owen every day today. But like there are legitimately 7 Canadians every weekend that could win any given golf tournament.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice to have representation.
Yep. You even look at tennis now, like good young stars in tennis. And I know they're starting to get a little bit more experience. Hopefully they start winning. But like tennis, legit, exciting. Golf, legit, exciting.
Drake, very exciting.
Drake, exciting.
Top of the music world.
Basketball, ton of good young Canadian basketball.
Canada
Yep.
just went to the World Cup for the first time in however long.
Yeah. Women's soccer team,
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Did you see that Alfonso Davies said Barcelona didn't want him because he was Canadian?
Barcelona is stupid as fuck.
That's my soccer guy.
He
talking.
said to Messi,
He's going to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
Is he?
apparently.
Or Man City.
Alphonso Davies?
If he goes to Man City.
Yeah.
Did you know that the owner of Man City went to the game and it was the second game he'd attended in 15 years owning the team? Ooh, pressure.
Good time to go.
I hope Davey. That'd be cool if he went to one of those
To Madrid.
markets.
Yeah, they're building like a new Galacticos there. They just got Jude Bellingham, who's a good little English guy. He's like
What's
19.
Galactico mean?
Galacticos, so that's kind of a nickname for Real Madrid. So what they do like every 10 years or so is they basically just bring in a new set of the greatest players in the world.
Oh, like
that
the
sounds
Beckham
like a-
Ronaldo combo?
That might be an idea that would work.
Yeah, so it's typically gets them a few more trophies here and there. So they did it when it kind of started. When I remember it was like Zidane, Brazilian Ronaldo, Luis Figo, Raul. Then it went to like Beckham was in there as well. Then it went to Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, Modric, those kind of guys. And now it's kind of a new generation of it. Vinny Jr., Bellingham, and maybe Alphonso Davies. They just recycle it because they have endless money.
Endless money.
They get in trouble all the time, but never actually get in trouble.
Why, is there rules?
There's the fair play rule, financial fair play. It's to
Really?
Yeah,
Just
there
be
is.
fair.
You're supposed
if you
to
want.
you're supposed to sell as much as you like bring in or like get close to it, something like that. Anyway, and team like
It's like the honor system.
Like
Kind- it's
dollar
like-
value wise or just bought head count wise?
I think it's supposed to be money value. I think I don't know it fully, but like City have like 150 charges against them right now, like for the last 10 years. So City,
Criminal?
Just pay the
like,
fine.
just like financial charges.
Just like what
against
Nike
them,
did
yeah.
to get Jordan. Just pay the
Pay the
fine.
fine. Fines, man.
Fines. Yeah, so we'll see. Like everything City's done might get stripped away if they get found guilty.
All right, let me hit you with this idea. 2 years ago, you wouldn't even suggest something so stupid. But if the MLS continues on its path to becoming legit, will Davies come home?
No.
It's still too far away.
See, the thing is, like 2007, this MLS project started when David Beckham came.
Correct. He was the owner of Herbalife, and we all laughed.
Yes. And since then, it's still like they're getting the American, Mexican, Canadian players are getting better, but the players that are coming from Europe are just like still at the end of their career.
But I
They're
feel
not
like
getting in
it's
the
gonna. It's
prime.
like I feel like you're gonna get, now that Messi's there, you're gonna get like a huge LatAm pipeline.
Probably,
built,
yeah.
But they won't go to Europe. They'll go there because the money's now like once it's all about the money.
For sure, yeah.
Like if MLS was spending EPL money, then it would just.
That new San Diego team, $700 million, and they can only get players in the tail end of their career? Not for long.
I think the MLS
Just like the big
is-
names, yeah.
I think the MLS is fine with that though. I think that's what sells them is when they get like obviously a Messi, or if it's David Villa when he goes to Real Madrid.
So you think Messi's going to help the
Miami.
game? You think?
Yeah,
That's what
Messi
you're
will
gonna,
help.
You're going to go on. We have 12 listeners on this show, and you're going to go out and live and say that.
I will say Messi will help the MLS. And I think the MLS just wants to bring through like North American stars and make them better. Then their national team gets better and then they can win World Cups or whatever it may be. I think that's the path they want, because realistically, like European football has been around for 100
Centuries.
years.
But you know, when the Yankees the Americans get involved, they just go bananas with the money. Like,
yeah,
if they really
But
decide.
now you got to compete against the Saudis too.
yeah, there's so much money. Like it's so
yeah, but
difficult.
like, yeah. Well, the Saudis are spending.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Speaking of
wild.
spending, what's up with the Senators still not selling? What's going on here?
Oh, I've
Are the
heard.
Melnick twins pushing back?
So they want the new. You guys will know this because you're businessmen, and I don't understand the terms.
Go ahead.
They want the new buyer. They're saying that as a condition of the sale, you have to pay the capital gains for Melnick's daughters.
There we go, gals. That's the way. That increases
So, like,
the price by like what, 40%?
That's a sticking point. Everyone who's bid like isn't being told when the bidding closed. They just keep being like, got a better offer?
They don't have any kind of tax planning.
This is their tax planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the fact.
No, they're like, just make them pay a part of the deal.
Jeez.
So that's a sticking point. I heard that Reynolds group is like, they've withdrawn a while ago. They're like, we're furious. Could not believe what a joke the NHL is. And then you had this Kostopoulos group or whatever that's now pulled out. Or sorry, was it Kostopoulos or
The only one left is the Nico Sparks offer, which is probably fake.
yeah, like it's a shit show, man. The NHL just like pissed off all the good suitors, which would have been this group that just pulled out and the Reynolds group.
So
And-
last minute they spring that on them after the fact, the cap gains coverage. Jesus.
Eugene Melnick would never.
What a shit show.
He would never sell a team, too. He'd just go to the local Mohican Sun Casino and go on a run in the craps table and sign a guy in the offseason.
Anyways, if you can find a few moderately rich people, there's a chance that in a month there's like no more suitors. And they go, Nico Sparks, you won. And he goes, shit, I don't actually have the money.
Did you know back in the day, and I can't remember the name of the guy, but there was a guy when the Oilers were uber fucked who came out of the ether and said he was going to buy the team. This is like pre-internet era. You couldn't look anybody up.
Like in the 80s?
You do it to the library
90s.
to try find out info on the guy.
There's a photo of him sitting at a table with like a plastic tablecloth on top of this table, like a picnic table. He had like a cup of pencils, and the Oilers entertainment group or whoever like toured him around the city and like showed him the whole thing. And he was completely fake. He just like, cool. And then went home. He was like living in his mom's house. And he like scammed the Oilers into thinking they had a legit buyer. You finding this?
No, I'm trying.
We wrote about it on Oilers Nation.
Do you know what year it would have been?
94, 95, 96.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this, but
What are you Googling?
Oilers prospective owners, 1994.
Fake Edmonton Oilers bid. Try that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just keep getting a bunch of.
His name was like Jean-Luc Picard, but that's not him, but it's something like that. Derek Brassard.
Yeah, this Google search is not returning a lot of positive results here. I think I just Googled the same thing twice.
Well,
I don't know if I'll find it.
Let me look.
An Andrei Kovalenko jersey just popped up. Game worn.
There's nothing more frustrating than looking up something Oilers related and an Oilers Nation article is served as the answer. Cause I'm like, I don't trust. I want real information here, people.
I do have something I want to show you guys though. But first we need to give some love to Will Hawk Beef Jerky. 3 locations in the Edmonton area: Leduc, Spruce Grove, West Edmonton Mall.
Did you bring some on the stag? Like
I
you
did,
said?
and it went over
Excellent.
very well.
Well, duh.
Got eaten up very fast. Also, I was in charge of pre-buying the booze for the weekend, and I thought I went a little bit too hard. I did not. We accomplished our goal. We set it out as our goal because I thought we went too hard, and we accomplished that goal. That was a big moment.
How you
for us.
feeling today?
Good, because I didn't drink yesterday, right? I had to drive home.
Yeah.
How was the drive?
Oh, there's nothing more depressing than the drive home from the mountains. Right? At least going out there, you're like,
It's a
okay, the
grind.
last, right, like hour or so, you're in the mountains, you're looking, vacation. Yeah. Driving home just straight.
Yeah.
At least I had the Jays game on, which was nice.
Oh, yeah.
It was,
You're watching the Jays game while you drive?
no, I was going through Calgary, so I had Sportsnet radio. So I could listen to the Jays game on the drive. Yeah. So that made it a little bit better.
Happy for you.
Yeah. It was a big comeback win too. So that helped the drive. Anyway.
So what course do you play? I saw you played Silvertip.
Yeah. Day 1 was Silvertip, day 2 was Silvertip. And day 1, it's this little course just on the drive in.
Oh, your favorite.
Yeah. The cheap one.
Brewster's?
Brewster's. It was awesome, man. It's a challenging course because it's so narrow. And it's the cheapest of the bunch.
That's cool.
You go out there, it's 30 minutes outside of, or 25 minutes outside of Canmore. So it also like, you know me, I love cutting up a drive. Drive's a little shorter, only 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. We're going to step aside for a quick break. 1 sec. Okay. So on ESPN today, Max Kellerman, you aware of who that is? Everyone knows who that is?
Yep.
That guy stinks.
They were giving, you wait.
Literally?
You wait till this.
Probably.
They were giving their list of sport goats, which is the most ESPN thing ever on a random Tuesday.
He a goat. You know how I feel about this.
So like their thing was when you hear sports greatest of all time, any sport, who are your 5? Max Kellerman did not put Wayne Gretzky on his list, but here's his logic for it.
Wayne Gretzky, like if he took all his goals away, he would still have the most points of all time just with his assists.
Had to
he
win
might have been
Stanley
better.
Cup without Messier. Messier did it without him.
He
He's
might
off
have
the
been
list.
better at his particular thing than any of these guys were. He might have been.
Messier point. Go ahead. Messier showed up with the Rangers. He brought him the Stanley Cup. Gretzky was not able to do that. Messier.
Yeah, it's same.
Anything else, get
What
on
else
Take
we
your
got?
measure.
Wayne Gretzky.
That's hilarious, right?
Well,
Well, the funny thing is you can't, like, Messier was part of all of Gretzky's cups. So you can't argue that component of it.
Yeah.
So the fact he was there.
But he makes it seem like, I mean, okay, did Jordan win a ring without Pippen?
no.
So like, that would be like saying like, listen, Jordan's not the best. Probably Scotty. Scotty was there. Like, come on.
Who else was on his list?
His list was, I have to reopen my closed tab.
Jordan will be on there for sure.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, Michael Jordan was his number 1.
Probably
Muhammad Ali was his number 2. Babe Ruth was his number 3.
No, it's
Wayne Gretzky, like
Tom Brady
he
is his
took all
number
his goals
4.
away, he would still have the
Tom Brady was 4. Serena Williams was 5.
Interesting.
When I was at the Louisville Slugger Bat Factory in Louisville, Kentucky, they have one of Babe Ruth's bats.
And you can lift it up?
And you can lift it. It is so fucking heavy.
Probably like 43 ounces.
It is so heavy. And the fact that, and like, I don't know, weird shaped. And the fact that guy hit bombs with that, let alone hold it up.
Drunk off his tits.
Yeah. Like, probably drunk.
Is he the best baseball player?
No.
No. Who is?
It's just such a
Shohei Ohtani.
It's such a tough.
Can't even fucking debate it.
You're probably getting to that point, yeah. But it's just tough with baseball because it's pitchers, hitters, right? Power hitters, contact
Shohei,
hitters.
both. Babe Ruth, both.
Yeah. I think Barry Bonds hit more home runs than anyone.
Yeah, but how many strikeouts?
Yeah, man, I'm telling you,
Zero?
I think by when all's said and done, if he can have some postseason success, it probably is Ohtani.
Well, that's on the Angels organization. The fact
It is,
that, yeah. They got Draisaitl and McDavid, Trout and Ohtani.
Yeah. I saw a report the other day, I think it was Ken Rosenthal, that said Shohei Ohtani will never sign another contract with them. He's walking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Where's he going?
Yeah, where's he going?
Man, if he goes to the Blue
Dodgers.
Jays,
I think he'll go to the MLS.
I'll become a legit fan.
The new Saudi baseball startup. Fuck.
$800 million a season.
Yeah, they're all going there. The interesting thing with Ohtani is like he probably is legit.
Seattle.
He's gonna get like 50 mil a year though. Seattle would make sense.
Why not?
Him and Julio Rodriguez, like that'd be so
Trade.
nasty.
Oh, would make sense or wouldn't?
Would like it'd make so
then
much
Seattle
sense. It'd
do
be
it.
so
'Cause
nasty.
He wants to be as close to home as possible.
Yeah.
As far on the western coast as possible.
Yeah.
That extra 45
That's why
minutes from Milwaukee.
but when he first signed here, he would only be West Coast teams.
Yeah.
That was the rationale.
Really?
Yeah, it was the Dodgers, the A's, and the Mariners.
But money
essentially-
talks too, right?
Not
Yeah.
to Lionel Messi.
Well, who owns the Mariners?
I actually don't know. That's a good question.
Nintendo.
No.
Owns the Mariners?
They used to. I don't know if they still do.
Because what it was.
But they do. They did used
Is
to.
Paul out? Is Paul on passed away?
That's how Ken Griffey. Yeah. That's how
John-
He owned the Seahawks.
Stanton. Why did Nintendo buy the Mariners?
See, and that's when they made Ken Griffey Jr. baseball.
Smart.
Smart.
I love Ken Griffey Jr. baseball.
Smart.
Like I said, the home run derby.
Speaking of home run derbies, when you go in yard at the
Okay.
Riverhawks game,
So
First
we
week
got
of July.
something on this.
First
We got
week of
something
July.
on this. My buddy Ian, who's a listener of the show,
Yes.
also listens to Owen every day. He's the Canada.
Ian.
Ah.
Yeah. He left a 5-star review titled Not Really a Review, but he gave you some insight, which is smart. He goes, this is for Jay's home run derby. You don't need the nicest new metal bat. You need an older one. Metal bats are now BB core, so they actually come off the bat at the same speed as a wood bat. Go to a store that sells used bats and find one from before BB core came in. And I actually think that's like good advice to you. They're making bats safe now. They don't want kids getting hit with line drives too hard, all this. So they're slowing them down, making rules.
you want to get yourself a used bat, you got two options: Bat Depot, Bat Mart, down the Bat District.
But it is an interesting idea. You
Head down
need to
there, Bat
find
District. Bring
a
a
bat
lunch.
that nowadays would be like illegal in minor sports.
Yeah, so a legal bat.
Yeah.
Get a wildly illegal bat.
Illegal aluminum.
Or use this barrel on a slow pitch bat's going to be too skinny for you. So yeah, you need to find like a top of the line baseball bat from like 2015 or like 20.
Illegal batless.
Bat Mart?
There's justbats.com.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Too corporate for me.
Too corporate. That's it. It's a good point from Ian.
Oh, sorry. Illegal bat aluminum bats for sale.
Steroids? Question mark. I see what you're
Steroids
doing.
already ordered.
Yeah.
All right, we have the Meekin Freak Gold Max Load.
I watched the Arnold documentary and he admitted to steroids, which I found
Arnold?
Shocking.
He like, we got ready, we all did steroids, and then we left the Iron Curtain.
I did not see that coming.
That was a good documentary.
It's the 3-parter, right?
Yeah. The middle one you don't need.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whatever.
Beginning and the end.
He's an interesting cat though. Like came to the States, was making money doing bodybuilding, immediately started buying real estate.
Like you do.
It's like when I was trying to do movies, I didn't need money. I already had my real estate portfolio.
On a couple apartment buildings in like
He
Charlotte
did
or something.
in LA. No,
Oh, in LA?
And they showed him like in a Benz going to his apartment building and looking through the mail, then driving to his massive office in an apartment or a office building he owned
Oh, wow.
off his weightlifting money.
Because now he's doing a bunch of stuff with Netflix, right? Like he's the head of action.
Is he? That's not even mean.
I don't know, but
Means
apparently
nothing.
he is head of action movies. So I don't know what that means. But
I also know.
maybe the next Chris Hemsworth movie on Netflix will be a little
Arnold
different.
It's like when YouTube, I think they signed Dr. Dre. They're like, you're the guy. He's like, cool. I doubt it.
What does that mean?
Doesn't mean
What
anything.
do they
These streaming
do?
services are so enormous. They're just handing out sacks of money with no rhyme or reason. It's all owned by the Saudis. Probably.
Brought to you by Live Golf. Today's podcast brought to you by Live Golf.
So
tournaments
on
are
this
4
bat
holes.
site, there is a BB Core category, and then there's like the USSAA and the USA. So I feel like they've got some options here.
Yeah, you definitely. I remember
All the illegal ones are sold out.
I think
this one.
Get yourself some steroids and leave the iron curtain.
I think
Get
it's-
behind you.
the last year I was allowed to use metal bats in baseball. I think is when this thing started coming. I was like, oh, they all got to be like this BB core. Like all your old bats won't be good because they wanted it to be safer.
So you don't use wood bats anymore?
There's like an age thing, right? Like when you're like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then you get to a level, I think it's midget or whatever they call it now, U18, where it's like, or maybe it's, no, I think it's even
This
younger.
one's got
now.
a speed cap.
So yeah, you don't want a speed cap.
I don't.
No, you want to hit that ball as fast as you possibly can.
Oh,
You want a non-governor.
I don't want the soft knob with the power boost.
That's
TM.
what she said. Liam, your mustache.
Get one of those cool bats with like the axe handle. That's a
Oh,
big
okay.
thing
Well,
now.
does anyone have an old, like, good aluminum bat I could rent?
Just cricket bats.
Wood, buddy.
Yeah,
I know. So it won't be
You
any
want to
good.
intern Chris sign baseball? I can hook that up for you.
That's the one I hit out of the park.
That one?
that'll be the one.
That's the
It'll be like
lucky one. That's the
Make
money
them
ball.
pitch you the intern, Chris?
Yeah. That's the money ball.
Oh, there's a little Oilers thing I thought we could talk about. What about all this Travis Konecny smoke?
Why not we? Why I like it, but we also know that we're hearing that Tom Wilson might be available.
Oh, I'd rather have Konecny though.
Why?
One more year, younger, scores more.
He had 26 5-on-5 goals last season.
23 even strength, 3 shorthanded.
I do like Konecny.
5.
Look at you
There you
two.
go.
So, what does a trade for Konecny look like?
That's what we did today on the show.
So
All right.
here's the levels. You tell me if you'd say yes or no to this. The base of it is the first rounder in Yamamoto. Okay. Raphael Lavoie. Would you do that? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Xavier Bourgault.
Are we just adding these players?
No.
to this
So
list?
swap Lavoie, put in Bourgault. Would you do Bourgault? That's level 2.
Yes.
Broberg.
I think I'd probably do. Could you just do a first in Broberg? But I know you
You
need,
need
to
the
take
money for Yamo.
Just
Yamo's
because
not a
Broberg
positive
is a
asset.
sexy Swedish defenseman does not make him the next Oscar Clefbaum.
It's a good point.
I feel like I'm fine. Like, is Lavoie shown any signs of him being able to take the step?
Yeah.
He has?
I think so.
I think to an extent, he's a bit. He's shown
He's
consistent.
inconsistent, right?
He's shown it this year, but for the most part of his professional career so far, he's been very inconsistent.
So you would do Lavoie, you would do Bourgault. Would you do Broberg? First Broberg, Yamamoto.
No, I feel like you don't have to do. I think you save Broberg for something else.
So then you draw the line there, and that obviously means you wouldn't do Holloway either.
No, wouldn't do Holloway.
Liam, you were convinced all the way up to Broberg, but not Holloway.
Yeah, I wouldn't move on from Holloway just yet. I would like to see him, see what you get. But I just feel like the team doesn't trust Broberg.
Bourgault's enough. At first,
I think it might be
first in
too.
Bourgault for
My thing is, it's all about right now.
the time is now.
And when you look on the left side, what do you see? You see Ekholm, you see Nurse, you see Kulak, and then you see Broberg.
Yeah, Broberg's got to go. So but I'm saying we probably need to make another move additional to Konecny. So use Broberg for something else.
Say Broberg, like even for the deadline next year. Yeah.
Because what was it Ekholm? Schaefer, Berry, first and a third.
Yeah.
Could it just be that again?
So you're looking.
Well, we already traded him.
Yamo is
That's
Yamo
true.
is Barry. The first is the first, and Bourgault is Schaefer.
Sure.
Sorry to bring that up on you.
So and Konecny has 2 more years left.
Yeah,
At?
5.5. So I would also want them to keep like a mil.
I would ask him to. I would
Would
try and
they?
get him down to five mil.
I don't think. Well, then you have to throw another pick in. Like if you're getting them to retain.
That's your third.
Maybe that's why
But the fact they're taking Yamamoto is retaining salary in my mind.
Ah,
they could just
somewhat,
not
yeah.
qualify him and let him walk. It's nothing.
Still got to pay him for a year.
Yeah, that's a good point. But maybe that's why you have to go up to Broberg, is because they say, listen, we need someone who we can put on our roster. So you go, okay, take Broberg.
I wonder if they would like Lavoie if they just want like a guy who's becoming less of a prospect, but can probably play in the NHL. Like, you don't really know what he's going to be, right?
Ugh, who cares?
Give us Konecny.
Boring.
I want Konecny.
We need superstars.
Konecny, I think he's not a superstar, but he's close, damn it.
He
scored 30 goals in 66 games last year.
Yeah, right winger.
Right shot, right wing.
26
years old.
Okay.
Did you know, and this is on topic,
Okay.
basketball star Allen Iverson has a brother named Mr. Allen Iverson. That's his full name.
Mr. is his first name?
Correct.
Mister.
That is correct.
Middle name is Allen.
Correct.
His brother's name is Allen.
Allen Iverson's brother's name is Mr. Allen Iverson.
What's AI's real first name?
Artificial.
Artificial.
No, but he has a brother named Mr. Allen Iverson. There you go.
That makes sense.
Now we all have a new fact to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Xavier Bourgeau is ever going to be an impact player in the NHL.
Well, it's the mystery boat.
But right now, that's the beauty is it's he's a recent draft pick, so it's unknown. So cash in on that.
Do it. Move him. You got a 30-goal man coming
And
back.
then it'll blow up in our face, and that's fine.
But
Connor Hellebuyck doesn't want to stay a Jet. Does that excite you? There's two people who fought over Connor Hellebuyck for 2 years.
I don't want Connor.
We can't get him.
Yeah, we can. He wouldn't sign here. If he won't sign in Winnipeg, he won't sign.
Let's go to LA.
Huge difference between us and Winnipeg. 1, the airport. 2, we're going to win.
Yeah, I just think he wants to go somewhere American. Right?
Yeah, LA.
Is that where he's going to go?
Oh.
Every few years, LA blows up their team and brings in the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
There was the year they brought in Kaka and the other Ronaldo and Jonathan Quick. And then they signed Jeff Carter and they paid him too much money and he still gets paid.
It's Mike Richards.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he's still on the books for a while.
Oh, yeah, he's on the books for
a long time.
Dude, yeah, it's not against their cap because
he's on the DiPietro.
DiPietro's 29. He finally gets shit ended.
What's that baseball player that gets paid every year?
Bobby Bonilla. July 1st coming up. Bobby Bonilla Day.
Big payday. He's got it on the calendar.
Yeah, 2029 is Richards as well.
And all those guys who are getting deferred money get a lump sum payment every July 1st. It's not spread throughout the year. So they get
So Richards gets $700K this year, $700K next year, and then 4 more years of $600K just to be chilling.
So that is not
That's
on
a
the
nice
cap?
pension.
Or it is on the cap?
Sorry, it is.
It
is on the cap. Yeah. The DiPietro one is not on the cap.
It's not?
That's
Oh,
a
it's
$0
buyout.
buyout. Yeah.
the guy who signed him to the deal dead.
Do New Jersey pay Kovalchuk?
He's still getting paid. Yeah.
They canceled the contract or something, didn't they? Weren't they able to get out of it?
Oh, sorry. No, he's got 2 more years of $250K against their cap.
Oh my god.
The league who?
Kovalchuk.
Oh, I thought the
he
league
canceled on them.
Yeah, I thought
yeah.
Because wasn't it like $11 million a year, or it wasn't like 10 years, 110
Wasn't
million,
it 13 years?
9 years, 11,
17 years.
It was. That's funny. It was a 11-year deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It was a 15-year deal with an
Kovalchuk.
Yeah,
not enough, I say.
With an AAV of 6.66666666.
Oh, it was $100 million deal. Yeah. It was to get him to 100. Yeah.
6 point, but all the
they circumnavigated. Yeah.
Devils.
Oh, ooh,
good move. That worked great.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many years did he play for them?
2?
0.
No.
He went to the cup.
He honored them a couple years and then he did. And then came back and the Kings are like, we'll take you up on your offer to return to our league. Yeah.
Remember there was talk about the Oilers liking him too when he came back.
I didn't think he actually came back.
Yeah, he did. And he played for LA and didn't do anything.
Okay, so it was.
And he played for LA, and then he played for Montreal, and then I think he went to. Did he end up in Washington?
7 games.
In Wash?
And and 8 more in the playoffs, scored a total of 1 goal.
That's all you need.
It's not bad.
But okay, so he signs that deal in New Jersey after they acquire him at the deadline, gets the big extension, and then the lockout shortened year where they missed the first half. He went to St. Petersburg, came back, finished the season with New Jersey. That summer, back to St. Petersburg, played 1, 2, 3, 5 seasons there, came back 2 in LA, then Montreal. But that Montreal one is when there was talk that the Oilers might look at him like, shooter next to McDavid kind of thing. And then the Habs ended up getting like a 3rd round pick for him at the deadline.
Because he played good for him.
Yeah, he had 6 goals in 22 games. Got a 3rd round pick. There you go.
But we had Ty Ratty, so all good.
That's a shooter. You want to put someone with McDavid? Put Tyraddy on the wing.
He has the same history as Kovalchuk.
Who was saying that there's a new Russian super prospect, but there's like intense pressure on him never to leave Russia?
Matvey Michkov. He's like, people say he's clear cut the second best prospect in this draft. Bedard, then Michkov, and Michkov might even be close to Bedard.
And they're not.
He's locked up for 3 more years in a contract.
So will he be drafted or no?
Yes. Yeah, he will be, but it's just a matter of like, if he didn't have this KHL contract and can play in the NHL next year, he'd go second overall. Heartbeat. But now it's like,
where did he drop to?
I think I have a funky feeling Montreal might take a stab at him.
But I thought
5?
Yeah.
Someone was telling me that the Russia doesn't want their players to leave anymore. They want them to stay for like the glory of the empire.
But like they could say that as much as they want.
But if Washington drafts him, Ovi can get anything done.
Washington at 8, if he falls there, you don't think Ovi could do a little?
Yeah, he'll break his contract.
Hey, SK St. Petersburg.
It's important that they play
let
together.
Him come over, help me set that record here in Washington. I'll set my record. And then maybe Ovi just says, when I retire from the NHL, I owe you 1 season. I'll come play for a year for you.
Sure. Right? Yeah.
Cut a deal.
I feel like if he wins no. Ovechkin's going to retire in Russia. Do you think?
Playing in Russia?
Yeah.
I could see him doing 1 year there. Yeah. Or like maybe
only play home games in Moscow.
Maybe he does like
travel in the KHL's gross.
Maybe he does like a messy thing. He goes and gets a team in the KHL this year. Does he already have one?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe he just goes and does that, plays for his team.
There's an owner in the KHL. Well, I guess Jokerit's no longer part of the KHL, but the same owner as Ska was the same owner of Jokerit.
Yeah. You know who won the Swedish Elite League last year, Jay?
I know who won Finnish Liga.
Keegan Lowe.
Oh, okay.
Won the SEL. Champions
solidifying his position in the SEL.
Solidifying his comeback in the NHL.
Well, good for him. That's great. That'd been fun.
I went to the roast of Kevin Lowe.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
Good.
How was Kent?
Good. Really good. Yeah, I drew another drawing. Right? So that's pretty funny.
Who else went up on stage?
Gregor?
How was Gregor? Yeah.
Funny.
Really?
For real.
Oh.
He was. He did a really good job.
For real.
For real. Terry Ryan was there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how was he?
Good. Really funny. Yeah, really funny.
For real?
Yeah, for real. He was the first guy to go, and he did a really good job. And then George
that's a
LaRock.
tough spot to be the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. George LaRock was there. It was good. Mac T was there. Kevin Lowe was there.
It's on 50-50s.
Kid Sport. Yeah. You know. Kevin Lowe took a ribbing. It was all in good fun.
I also the funny thing, it was a roast of Joaquin Gage. And it's always funny to see the panelists all take shots at each other too, right? Like that's a good part of those.
Mac T and Kevin Lowe would not roast each other.
Really?
Both of them said, I can't. That's the fucking code. That's how you win.
Because they know too much.
Exactly.
They don't want to slip on behalf of the other.
So we ran our jokes past each other and each agreed we should just not tell these jokes.
Yeah. These are in the vault. These are only for the boys in the bus reunion.
And then Gretzky and Messier beamed in and had a pre-recorded message, and that was pretty funny. And then Ron McLean and Kelly Rudy had a pre-recorded message, and that was pretty funny. It was all very well done. Yep. Kevin Lowe, good sport.
Yeah, seems like a good sport. I know when he kind of was angled out of the Oilers stuff and took over with the Oil Kings, all the people I talked to in the Oil Kings organization were like, this guy's the fucking best. Like,
He's put a lot of time in the Oilers franchise.
Dude, like the Edmonton hockey community in general, like he gets a bad rap for the GM shit, but like
the amount of like community service that guy's done.
Oh yeah.
Like
he's a good Edmontonian.
Yeah. Not a lot of people.
And you know what? He had 06, man.
Yeah. Like
that was him.
We have a lot of
and Pronger also telling Kevin what to do, but yes.
And yes, it's probably a little bit more difficult to deal with than he needs to be, but there weren't a lot of other people lining up to be other Kevin Lowe.
Yep. 100%. 100 P. Hey, look at that. Wanye is sitting in bag milk spot, so he's responsible for
I wasn't fucking with them keys, but that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. And you were quick to the button.
I knew the one. 2 down on the left. I just hit whatever it was. I didn't know it was going to be a rim shot. Liam.
Worked out nicely.
Truth be told.
Stanley Cup could be handed out tomorrow. Shout out to our friends at Betway. Panthers 9-1, plus 900 to come back and win this series. Also, Jonathan Marchessault is like minus 600 or 700 to win the Conn Smythe.
Really?
Jack Eichel's 11-1. And today on DFO Live, I said, Mike McKenna, what do you think? And Frank said, I vote on the award. Eichel's up there for me.
Ugh.
I think Eichel 11-1 to win the Conn Smythe might be the play. It's
I know.
it's gross.
Doesn't even know
And
Charles
Con
Barkley.
before Con.
Can't identify Charles Barkley and offended him in the hotel lobby. Did you see that?
I did. I heard about that.
That's
yeah.
really weird. I can't believe he didn't know who Charles Barkley
And like
was.
Eichel's
like that
American. How would you not know
Yeah.
Charles
And
Barkley?
I like that Charles Barkley doesn't say, hi, I'm Charles. When he introduces himself to people, he just says, hey, because everyone should know.
They should know who he
I
is.
would see Jack Eichel knowing and being like, what do I care? It's not my sport in a real weasel voice.
Yeah. It's
I hope the Panthers can pull off the comeback.
Yeah, me
like they
too.
did against Boston.
Did you see the footage of him riding into the arena on a tandem bike where he's trying his best to like look lighthearted and likable? And
Oh, a long time. Yeah, him and Sam Bennett.
It's just
or not
not-
Sam Bennett.
Is
Sam
that old
Bernard.
footage?
Yeah, it's old. That's rolling into Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, that's when they were playing Buffalo still.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's Buffalo.
We are also.
I got tricked by a golf tackle on the 18th hole. I thought a guy had been Terry
That's
Tatum.
AI. No way
Like,
that happens.
oh my God, really? That's supposed to be real?
We are 14.
For
days
those of
away.
you who don't know what Terry Tate is, go on YouTube and search it.
It's so fun.
If you don't know what Terry Tate is,
I know.
you need to drop down to 11 listeners on this
You
podcast.
just gotta make that assumption.
That was such funny advertising when it first came out. I couldn't even.
The office linebacker. That's not your cake, Philip. That's Simone's cake.
Terry, you did it again.
We're 14 days away from being in Nashville for the NHL Awards. Woo-wee. So, like, we'll be there. Annoying because Jack Eichel might have a Conn Smythe and a Stanley Cup. But we'll get to see Connor McDavid go Art Ross Hart Trophy. And what's the player?
Ted
one again?
Lindsay.
Ted Lindsay.
And have the angriest press conference afterwards where he just says, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah,
Are
probably.
you going to ask him a question?
That'd be funny.
Do you care?
Connor, do you care?
Tyler here.
No.
Don't care?
I want Stanley Cups.
What's up with your brother getting married? When are you next? You should ask him that.
I thought on that trip to Utah, he was gonna.
Yeah,
There was a lot of like proposable.
I put the photo up on the Insta of Cam getting engaged and the amount of people who are like, when's it Connor's turn? Lauren.
Hey, he had to wait for the older brother to do it.
Tagging
Yeah,
Lauren in
he's
the
probably out
comments.
and he doesn't want to take from his thunder, so give it till after the wedding.
After the wedding, and then he'll do it.
Is that
You
the
think?
protocol?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe at the wedding.
Do you think they'll get married in Edmonton? Like the
Right
new
before they say I do, he's gonna drop down on one knee.
If anyone here has a reason why these two shouldn't be married, Lauren, I would like to marry you. Not the time.
What?
Let Cam have his moment. Hey, the mom, Connor.
Connor, I told you.
Let Cam have his moment.
Accidentally calls him Connor.
Who gets married? Yeah. You're my favorite son, Connor. I'm Cam. You heard me. Who gets married first, Leon or Connor?
Leon.
Connor.
Oh shit!
That'd be an interesting pool.
Isn't Leon older?
Yeah,
Okay, so Leon's older.
But he's
But who's-
German.
His
but
brother's
who's
getting
been
married right
but
now.
who's been together longer?
See, I'm not familiar
I
with
feel like, what? Are you an Oilers
I
fan?
feel like Connor and Lauren have been together longer.
I think they have.
Well, Celeste is Lauren's like best friend from
but is
Ontario.
it because she's
no, she's an actress.
That doesn't mean she can't have friends.
I know,
But I don't
she's.
Oh no! She's an
I
actress.
think they're friends because of Connor.
Yeah.
And
I
Leon.
thought that she introduced them because they were friends back in the day. She introduced Celeste to Leon.
I don't
Maybe.
You know we need to talk to. Come in here, Kennedy.
Kennedy, get in here. This is why Kennedy's always within earshot of every podcast we do.
Yes.
What's the story?
Okay, no.
You're so excited.
Oh, I was listening out there and I was like, I know the answer to this. Please let me in here. No, so Lauren and Celeste were friends because they grew up at Sudbury together.
Really? What?
Yes, they've been best friends. And then they met. Obviously, Lauren knew Connor because of growing up in Ontario, whatever. And then what was it? So yeah, Lauren obviously introduced Celeste and Leon together, and then they've been together since.
So
Yeah.
So who gets married first?
I think it's gonna be Leon and Celeste.
I knew it.
Oh,
That'd be a devastating day for you. Or happy
Mixed emotions.
Bittersweet.
Makes it bittersweet. Yeah.
wow. The name Celeste
Great.
day. Desjardins doesn't
Desjardins?
scream Sudbury.
doesn't scream 26-year-old.
That could be her actress Gnome de Plume. Her name might actually be Natalie Horschlag.
Really Celeste, right?
It's I believe so.
She's an actress.
She has an IMDb page.
Yeah.
What's she
I just
been
hit you
in?
with Natalie Portman's real name. P.S. It's Natalie Horschlag. For years, I wouldn't admit that's true.
Isn't Natalie Portman Jewish? So that's why her name is. Oh my God, we got another.
We got another.
Jay, if you're gonna be on the podcast, you got to stay in the room.
Oh, there you have it.
Okay.
So what movies has she been in? No, Natalie Portman, Celeste.
Her most recent one is called Picture Perfect Romance.
It's like off-brand, off adjacent Hallmark movies.
Financed by the Dreisaitl Corporation.
So they're not very good.
She was in a movie called Skate God.
No, these sound like movies I've watched.
I looked at the director of that one, and he's like Joe Blow off the side of the street, like just making. Yeah, it's not great.
So she's an actress.
She's an actress.
Correct.
All right.
I wish her the best in her career.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right. Well,
hopefully the wedding's good.
Happy to help.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Anytime.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. And I was right, just for the record. She did introduce them. And you said she can't be from Ontario because she's an actress, which makes no sense.
Well, like an actress dating an NHLer named Celeste Desharnais or whatever seems like a lot. I assumed she was German.
That's probably fair. I've been trying to keep up with my pop culture a lot more recently.
Good on you, Liam.
I followed an account on Twitter called Pop Base. I last night. It was recently, but I told my girlfriend that Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello had broken up again. And she didn't believe me. But luckily I had Pop Base to back me up, and I went and found it, and it was the Sun reported it and the Daily Mail, and my girlfriend said, well, those aren't reliable sources.
Those are the sexual chemistry of a shoe and a croissant. That's what I said.
Yeah.
In the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
She can't be from Ontario.
She's an actress.
You can't be friends.
Who else? Name me one other person in movies from Ontario.
Lauren Kyle, for the record, does a lot.
She
like
does.
Kyle and Co. design is no joke. Now they're starting to get into like
both her and Celeste
furniture design,
career and furniture and all that. Yeah,
but like they're starting to come up with products at Kyle design. Like that's impressive. Man.
Because she's I thought she was
a designer.
Yeah, that was it.
She has a firm on 124th Street and like a team of people, and they're doing regular work. And now they're getting
high school with works there now. Weird.
You couldn't go to high school. She's an actress.
She's from Ontario.
Yeah, it can't be.
Not my best moment.
I like Lauren Kyle. I don't give a good shit what anyone thinks.
I don't know anything about any of them.
Just couldn't even tell you anything.
You know, with that attitude, you'll never learn.
Well, this is
you
why
need to be like me, going through 8-year-old posts from Kyle and Co. Design.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up because Jay just left, so I know feel obliged to be here.
He was so upset about finding out that Celeste Desjardins was in fact
from Sudbury.
He's out.
Yep. All right. Well, shout out to Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Can I press a button?
Betway. And wait, no, because I have to give AMA Travel some love. I kept trying to set up Jay for like we're going to the draft, AMA Travel, nation trip, blah, blah, blah. And Jay just left. He was so mad. He was like, I don't want to talk to the fact that I got to go.
Speaking of the draft, there was a Nashville fried hot chicken place opened in Shore Park recently.
What's it called?
Speaking of the draft.
Filthy.
Okay.
So if it's right by Party City in Shore Park, if you want to
experience Nashville at home.
Yeah. If you want to get ready before you go on your big trip, Tyler.
If you're going to buy party hats and you're hungry.
Yeah.
Right beside Party City.
There's also a Memphis Blues there.
That's good.
Yeah. A barbecue spot. There's also a Save on Foods if you need to.
Thanks, Liam.
Let me run you through everything in that parking lot. There's also a Jisk if you need some furniture.
You know what? Let me just name all the tenants for you, starting in the northwest quadrant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you to everyone listening and to AMA Travel. I will be eating fried chicken on an AMA Travel trip soon. You can save on everything there. Wanye, you may end the show with a button.